and welcome to Scrapping on the Fly. My name is Kristen and I am here with my Iron Crafters challenge for the month of January, and I'm combining with Baby Got Scraps because I've got some scraps to use. And so this month our challenge for Iron Crafter is to use stamps. So I pulled 4 different sets of stamps out. This one's from Sweet Rush, and I thought I would use this little notepad paper for my journaling. I've got one from Market Square by Maggie Holmes. I have some Tim Holtz stamps. And then this one right here is, I think I might have bought this off of Temu, maybe. And it is musical notes. And so I thought that would be perfect for the pictures that I have to document. And I'm going to use these 4 colors to get the ink on the page. And I have these 2 pictures from 2015 of my daughter and my niece singing karaoke. And this embellishment I've had for a very long time, so I'm excited to get that used. I've got a bunch of musical notes. I wasn't really sure which direction I was going, so I just pulled them all out. And then I have this thickers set that thought would work with my colors as well as like the embellishments and the theme of the layout, and it's called Fresh Start. So, and then I've got scraps. All of these are scraps that I just pulled out of my scrap bin. The circle is not for the layout. I'm going to use it in some form or fashion, and then I'm going to put it all on this lavender cardstock. So I really have no clue what I'm doing. I just am going to try and use as many of these stamps as I can and as many of the scraps as I can. So I've got my papers and scraps, my stamps, my pictures, my inks, and a random idea. So let's see how this goes. So I thought of about a few different things. Originally I put the circle in the middle and I was going to ink around and kind of have this circle. And then I thought the pictures that I had weren't going to work for that. So then I decided I would ink the musical notes and stamp it around and leave this circle in the bottom, this partial circle in the bottom corner, except because I did not, I need to re-ink my black soot first of all, because it's definitely not really dark. There were spaces that didn't make a full circle around, and I'm okay with that because I am going to fix that space. This is one of those layouts where when you get started, you either don't have any idea or you're not sure what you're doing. And at first it's like, oh my gosh, this is a disaster. And then slowly but surely it kind of comes to life. That's kind of what happens here. So bear with me, and it may not be everyone's cup of tea in the end, so we'll see. Anyway, I cut a partial circle out of the ivory scrap and then a partial circle out of this dark blue scrap as well. And in the end, it was not my intent, but it kind of looks like it's 3-dimensional, which I think is really cool. And I could have just let you all think that I did that on purpose, but I was really just filling in a gap where that off-white or ivory colored circle did not cover the last of ink. So, whatever. So far I'm much better off where I am right now. I was starting to stress out because it would not stress out, but it was not looking how I wanted it. Not that I had an envision of what it would look like, but I still don't want it to look crazy. So I have stamped from the Sweet Rush that little paper. I used Wilted Violet, stamped it on off-white paper, and then I matted it on the blue, which is that blue up at the top. And so I'm going to use that down there to do my journaling. And then I pull from this Fresh Start thicker set some of the stars. And I thought I'd pull some embellishments from here, but other than the little bird, I don't. The flowers don't really fit in. And so I just kind of went with the stars and the bird, and I'm going to add some musical notes. And really, I don't do a whole lot more embellishing. I do take one of the stamps from the Tim Holtz stamp set and put it down at the bottom where the pictures are, just for a little extra ink in that space. I didn't want that gap. There is still going to be a little bit of a gap at the top of the one picture, but I'm okay with that because it still feels complete to me, and so it doesn't look like it's missing something necessarily. I am going to put something, a small something, up above that first picture on the left, so it doesn't look like a huge open space. And I'm going to use my enamel accents from Ranger like I do on almost every layout, it seems. But I'd only put a couple sets of them on here because I want to get my journaling done first, because I'm going to put the other set down here in the bottom corner, and I would totally lay my arm right down in that. So I just make a little journaling note about the girls karaokeing and having a good old time. And then I was going to put the date on the top of that notebook paper, but decided I really needed something right above that other picture. So I get my worn lipstick and I stamp from this. It's also from Sweet Rush. It's a little tab for the top, and I stamp that out, and then I write the date in there. And then I just use my Nuvo Deluxe adhesive to glue that down. And quite honestly, almost put my arm in enamel dots, but luckily they had already dried enough. And then I was about to show you all the layout and realized I really felt like it needed a little something up here at the top. I did use the birdie stamp from the Market Square to stamp birds in Chip Sapphire worn lipstick and Wilted Violet all around that musical paper. And then I put this little tag up here and added a musical note and stuff to it. And I really completed the layout, something super simple. And I really do love the way this turned out. Like I said, it started off a little crazy, but I enjoy the way that it ended up. And it's something completely different than anything I've ever done. So I hope you will go down into the description box and follow along with the other people who are hopping along with Iron Crafters Challenge, as well as Baby Got Scraps, because all of that information should be down there. Please let me know if you have any questions, or I would love it if you'd give me a thumbs up if you liked this video. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hope you have a great day. Hope you get a chance today to do something you love with someone you love, and happy scrapping!